I'm John Vincent Salvino. I'm a model maker and artist in Lancaster. I'm the uh, model maker for the film, so I'm producing the on-screen models for the ships. I was introduced to the director Dave um, through a local game shop, Farbo Co. Dave had seen some of my kit-bashed models at Farbo Co., where I run workshops occasionally, and he got in touch with me through them. We then talked about the project, and it sounded really cool, so got involved through our local game scene. I was asked to make 3 ships, one kind of the hero flagship, one a sort of villain ship, and one was a smaller racer craft. So the Cosmic Cutter is it's kind of the hero ship for the film. It's got a large Zeppelin on top of it, so it's a pretty iconic look. It's based on the USS Olympia, so it's a real ship, so that has some kind of iconography along with the Zeppelin. It's just your classic airship. So that one had a unique challenge where we needed to match footage shot on a real ship. So I had to first find a model of that ship and base the overall build around that. Then I had to design a Zeppelin to mount on top of it that wasn't your typical Hindenburg looking thing, and in this world, if a ship's flying on a Zeppelin, I wanted to give it some kind of armor so you can just shoot it right out from over top of it. Ivo Bell's ship, it's a 2-person, almost a racer style, very small, sleek, and fancy. That one was probably the most interesting as far as design, because it went from my initial idea that I had from talking with Dave of a kind of like a Civil War bolted and riveted together submarine to something much more along the lines of a Mercedes-Benz or a sports car or something like that. Given that the ship is supposed to be a sort of like a Palace Royals transport and also have like a sleek racer design, there are some really fun shapes that we got to play around with. It's a lot more sleek than the other two, and since it's a 2-person ship, it's obviously at a much different scale. So the enemy ship, it's a bird of prey. It's huge, it's menacing, it's just slapped together by these pirates, and the only concern is that it takes out the enemy. For the enemy ship, there was a pretty loose concept. It just needed to be a kind of a pirate and menacing kind of a vibe. We went with a sort of bird of prey design with a large beak and wings and an imposing nature. In the concept design for that ship, I went with the idea of having these 2 like long cannons jutting out from the bottom, representing kind of the claws of a bird of prey as it swoops down on its victim. Working in the steampunk style is pretty new for me. I'm usually more of a sci-fi or organic sculptor. So there's a lot of visual tropes, the gears, the rusted metal, that sort of thing, and just building ships in general. I'm also much more of a figure-oriented sculptor. So both of those challenges, working on ships in the steampunk style, have been new challenges for me, but very fun.